Well, we all know Hollywood movies are not real, but how accurate are the scenarios of deadly diseases, including Ebola-like viruses, portrayed in these films? Viewers Deborah spoke to an infectious disease expert to find the answer.
To save these people same as you.
The 1995 Hollywood film Outbreak focuses on a fictional Ebola-like virus which comes to the United States from Africa. The virus mutates into a new strain and begins spreading in a small town. There's a mystery serum, a U.S. Army quarantine on the town, and talk of bombing it to cover up the virus's existence. Tropical disease expert Dr. Peter Hotez, who spoke to VOA via Skype, says the drama in these kinds of movies is just that, drama.
We can't stop it.
Well, the problem with these movies is they tend to give a false perception of what the real risks are from infectious diseases.
Another exotic virus is at the heart of the 2011 medical thriller Contagion, which begins with a cough, followed by flu and brain infection, and complete panic. Dr. Hotez says the public needs to see these kinds of Hollywood movies for what they are, fiction and entertainment.
They're very poorly reflective of how infectious diseases behave, how healthcare professionals respond to infectious diseases, and how public health experts would control an infectious disease.
In fact, he says, films about pandemic diseases do more harm than good.
People can have unwarranted fears, and sometimes perceived threats can do a lot of damage.
He points to movies that show fatal diseases spreading from research centers.
Work in containment laboratories are highly trained and exceedingly careful, and it's not an impossible event, but it's not a likely event.
Dr. Hotez believes the likelihood of an Ebola virus in the United States is remote. But even if it did reach the U.S., he says, it could be controlled.
If this were happening in a major urban center in the United States, it would be a very different setting where we can practice infection control, where you have a very vibrant Center for Disease Control, where you have a vibrant local and state health departments.
Your town is being quarantined.
But some elements could be realistic.
Some of those quarantine efforts may be heroic or dramatic, and so it's not inconceivable that you will see elements of those quarantines that could resemble like some of the things that we see coming out of Hollywood.
He says we can't rely on the movies to educate the public about Ebola and other infectious diseases, or about possible vaccines and drugs to prevent and control outbreaks. Deborah, VOA News, Washington.